Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for our last grand final of season 11 as we are heading to the best of the best, the Titan League. And Flip, this has been an insane night so far. Back-to-back game sevens, including a reverse sweep in the Challenger League. Man, this has been an insane night.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Back-to-back Game 7s today. In the Titan League itself, both the semifinals were also Game 7 overtimes.
Yeah.
So, this is just, it's the writing's on the wall, Rocker Man. We have a Game 7 in our hands. I can already feel it. So, I'm really excited because this series is about to be insane. Obviously, the best of the best playing in the best league. Time to see who will come out on top in Season 11. We got Venganza and Godfathers. And Rockerman, hey, we made these guys wait a long time, so I think they're ready. They're eager to get into this one.
They are, and I'm about to get them joined up here. I do got to give a couple of quick shout outs because the stream kind of went crazy in between our last match. Shout out to LK, gifting out 20 subs, Cal coming back for 35 months, and then Bondo also giving out 10 subs. So much appreciate to you guys. Appreciate the love and support, and we appreciate you guys watching all season long. And oh boy, we got one final match for us here. Flip, we got Godfathers, we got Venganza. We got them all in the lobby here, ready to lock and load. Who are you taking? We talked about it on the pre-show a little bit, but remind everyone, who are you taking and why?
Man, I have Venganza. They are just... first off, the Org's looking to go back-to-back in Titan. But man, this Rockiers fella, he is just a little too good. And so I have faith in this team here. And, usually I'm a Tshega hater. I hate to say it, but he's been playing out of his mind, so want to see that continue. But a great pass from Xenix could have set that one through, but already, Rocker Man, these two teams, well, dude, we're already starting off hot, and it's just going to heat up from here.
Yeah, it is just going to heat up. I mean, these matches are always fun. You mentioned it, Venganza looking to go back-to-back. The Victory Org already won a championship tonight in a reverse sweep. They went back-to-back in Challenger. They're trying to go back-to-back in Titan. And then on the other end, the Godfathers here trying to get the first ever championship for the Sloth Syndicate org. So a lot to be had here, and there's a couple of players looking for first-time championships. And I'm surprised to note this. I was looking at this earlier, Flip, and it really surprised me because of how good this player has been in Nemesis history. But Brandon has never made a Grand Finals before, so this is his first Grand Finals appearance in Nemesis.
That is crazy, because I know you've picked him on Pinnacle, so many times, too, so it's I feel like I've definitely seen him there, but man, the placebo or, the Mandela effect, whatever it's called, definitely hitting right there, because that man, he's always, a big talking Titan, always a high draft pick, and he's looking to score the first one right here, that one just off the mark, but Venganza seems to be ramping things up.
Yeah, and I got to see who's going to come out with the first goal. Obviously, a lot of pressure on the line here in the Titan League. These are the best players in all of Nemesis that we've had this season. I mean, a lot of great matches. Like Flip mentioned, we had 3 out of the 4 matches in Titan League went to Game 7, including both in the semifinals. So the Titan League has been insanely close with the Rays MMR boundaries, and we found these two teams upsetting Inferno and Pinnacle respectively, who were the 1 and 2 seeds. So they made it here, made it to the show, but there are no slouches for sure, as this attempt gonna come through, gonna be pushed off to the side, and another double back out of the midfield. Rockiers trying to drop it down, looking to take things up to the ceiling there, but denied. Logan all on top of that one, as Brandon gonna take it back in the corner, gonna pop it by one, ball out in the midfield, a little bit far up there. Godfather's trying to turn it back. What a great touch. Rockiers gonna block that one away, as Brandon gonna find the touch here early on. And Flip, we're about halfway into game number 1 here, and neither team has been able to find their first goal.
Yeah, both these teams have had the opportunities, but some good defense and not too many overcommits so far from either team. Nobody wants to make that big mistake to give up the first goal. They want it to be an outplay, but neither team is able to find the mark quite yet. However, I will say, right now, I mean, it's been pretty even, but that one mistake, it's going to start opening the floodgates here, Rocker Man, because whenever that first goal goes in, then everything just is broken wide open. So we'll have to see who's able to do that. But it's looking like it has been just the Godfathers in control just a little bit more, and Logan looking to score that one there,
Almost able to drop that one in, as the Godfathers here try to fire back. This one shot north left, going to be saved away. Rockiers. This one fired back in, and he blocked off to the side. A close attempt there, but not quite going to find it. This one pushed across. Logan looking to give chase to Tshega. Meet him at the apex. He would have blocked that one off. This ball is up here. Gonna be sent down. When he pushed into the corner, Rockiers gonna take control here. He's able to send it down. Find a 50. Not gonna find it this time as the ball is up high here. Both teams still looking for their first goal. This one floating. Opportunity, but Tshega gonna block. That one dropped down. Gonna be popped over the top of one. Trying to send it down. Hop up to the ceiling. Zen gonna find another touch. This one out in the midfield. Xenix looking for the shot, but not gonna find it on target. Brandon not able to get to that one. The ball continues to be pushed out here. Both teams still fighting for that first goal here in game one, trying to set the stage for this series. Ball is up now. Getting blocked across. A minute remaining now. Looking for the read. Oh my goodness, what a touch going through by Brandon, but not quite on target there. This one fired back in, and again, 50 seconds remaining. A couple of close opportunities for both these teams, Flip, but no one relenting that first goal quite yet.
Brandon almost had an insane redirect, but just not on target. And these teams, they're trying to find any way through, but these defenses so far, Rockerman, in the midfield, they're playing super safe on their goal line as well. Venganza had a huge stand, and so in these next 30 seconds, I feel like it's going to be tough to break through, and the overtime, it's starting to loom here in game one.
Yeah, could just find our way into that position here. Unless someone could score here with the final 15 seconds of regulation. This ball pushed across the side. Brandon got 50'd out. Pass across. Here comes Xenix. Firing it in, but Rockiers on the goal line. Gonna make that touch. Able to block it away. This one's sent down. Logan gonna take control. Xenix now gonna find a touch. That one pops up. It's actually over the top. Could be a big opportunity. Godfathers looking for the neck. Zen at 0 seconds puts it home.
0 seconds. Brandon just not getting the touch. And Tshega on literally 12 boosts had one pad, just could not get there in time. And Zen with the ice with great placement. Godfathers making the one mistake that Venganza really seemed to make. They made it count and able to score that goal. But I will say, Godfathers, just looking at the shots in total, I mean, that is absolutely wild. It is 9 shots to 2. And there was a stint there, Rockerman, where it felt like Venganza were at 0 boost, sitting on their goal line, just making desperation save after desperation save. And so it felt like Godfather just had a little bit more control than Venganza did in game one here.
Yeah, and I think that was the big difference there that we saw in that game one. And Godfather's going to be happy to take it their way on that one. And that is a great start. Yeah, you mentioned it, 9-2 in the shot department. So they really weren't messing around at all in that one. So a great start. And Flip, a close game, like we mentioned, all things considered. What are you trying to see here as we look to get into game number 2?
I saw a lot of attempts at midfield passes. The passes were there, and they were fast, and that could have been great opportunities if the second man was just positioned a little bit more favorably for him. And so, and I'm speaking for Venganza here mainly because it felt like they were passing, they just weren't able to get the shots off. And so if you're Venganza, I feel like that second man just plays a little bit more optimistically. You can start to see a little bit better connections, but that's probably the best way I can explain it. They just need to find ways to find each other in the midfield. As Brandon's looking for that pass downfield, Tshega just not quite there. But the solo plays, they've been working for Rockiers. They're just going for one there, but the team plays is what I want to see more of, Rockerman.
Yeah, no, you got to find the team plays, especially when you get in the Titan League here. These players are so good at rotations, so good at sniffing out those solo plays. The only way to beat people in this rank is to use your teammates and work together here to try to take down the other team. The solo plays aren't as prevalent in the Titan League with the very high skill ceiling in this league. So definitely agree with you there. Got to find each other in this one if you're going to want to bring it back. But Godfather's happy to take that game number 1 victory. Tshega dropping it down, looking for Brandon, but Logan going to cut that one off. He would send it back down. Rockiers going to bang this one out. Xenix going to stop it. A little bit of dangerous ball, but he's able to get just enough of a touch to push that one away to the side. He's now going to follow that one. This ball into the corner. 50 going to come right through. Going to go off the post with the follow-up one more time. Brandon going to send it in, and Venganza is on the board.
Really good follow-up from Tshega. He wave dashed to be able to get the momentum to get back up the wall, and Brandon just had to put it away. Really good 50, and that 150, one good 50 like that, it's the difference maker here in the Titan League, and Tshega being able to pull that one off, give Venganza the kind of spark that they've been looking for here. Hopefully start to see a little bit more plays start to come through, because, Rockerman, nobody scored this early all series. The last time it was a 0-second goal, so first time we're ever seeing a team play from behind.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a crazy, crazy start, and yeah, Venganza finding their first goal of the grand finals as well. We saw Godfathers, like you mentioned, take that last one at 0 seconds. So we have to see how Godfathers respond now from behind. This one sent off to the corner. Touch going to come through. Ball going to be poked out. Nice little pass there, but denied by Venganza. As now it's in the corner here. Ball up 50. Going to come through as this one is blocked up. Loading in the midfield. Could be a dangerous ball. The shot going to come through. Here comes Xenix. Venganza not able to answer, and Xenix makes them pay.
Man, Logan with a good dunk. Zen had a good dunk right before this, and the finish from Xenix as well. But it just felt like Godfathers were just sticking around and being annoying. And man, whenever you're just kind of trying to get that ball cleared, you get desperate sometimes. And Venganza let it show a little bit there, as now Xenix is trying to make a good play here over one, but Rockiers is going to get the clear. And Godfathers seem to have a lot of composure right now, Rockerman, and they seem very comfortable with the position they're in.
Yeah, and that's something we saw too in their last series when they took down Pinnacle. There was just a massive amount of shots in that series flip. I know you remember that one, that crazy Game 7 overtime where there's probably like 18, 19 shots on net, and Godfathers held their composure and were able to lock in. So this team, you know, they've got the ice in their veins for sure.
And they pull it off in the grand finals, though. It's a different atmosphere. Xenix is trying to sneak another one through. That one not going to find its way to Tshega. Able to get the clear, but Venganza's holding on. And now they're trying to find each other, but so far, like you said, this Godfathers team, they're just had an answer for almost everything. And like you said, against Pinnacle, man, they had an answer, no matter what. And so it's fun to see a team adapt like that, but now you got to see if Venganza can do the same thing, because Rocketman, there's only less than 2 minutes left in this game, and it feels like the momentum has really shifted here for Godfathers.
As you see some awkward plays in the midfield, Godfathers getting the pressure, putting it on the net here as Venganza. A little bit of double commit, a little bit out of rotation. This ball popping up to be somehow saved away. I don't know how that ball got its way out there, but it did. Venganza thankful for it. This one up in the midfield, dropping it down. Nice little pass, Logan. Looking back for maybe a third one, but a little bit too overzealous there to try to find that one. Couldn't quite do it now, so we're down to minute 17 here. In game number 2, the ball pushed across the side. 50 coming through, Logan taking it up. This one gonna be popped. Rockiers gonna get a touch. You get some help from Brandon. This ball's still in their zone. Rockiers now looking to take control of the ball. Pushed back in. Block gonna come out. Brandon gonna bang it down. This one, shot attempt, just a little pot shot. Zen didn't have that boost there, but Gonza not quite able to get back to it as Godfathers continue their control here, continue hunting as this one drops down. Shot attempt is going to go off the post. That one could have been a big opportunity, but not going to find its way in. And final 40 seconds here, Venganza looking for something. Here comes Tshega taking the shot, but he's denied away here as both these teams looking for it here, and Venganza a little bit of panic there, able to get away, but 30 seconds remaining here, and we could have our second overtime looming.
Yeah, actually, you know, it'll be the first overtime.
Well, first overtime. We had a 0 second. It felt like overtime.
There was some extra time, you know. The clock just wasn't counting.
Yeah.
But they're looking like it. However, Rockman, you can never count either of these teams out, and with 9 seconds left, you know, ball gets popped up high like that. Anything can happen. That ball hits the crossbar. Xenix and Zen were looking for that one, but that ball will finally hit the ground. The overtime has been called, and Rockerman, game 2, we got overtime. Game 1, it was a 0-second goal. These teams are neck and neck. They are looking to tie it up here. Venganza are, and if you are the Godfathers, taking a 2-0 lead is always super huge. Not able to find a connection there, but they're going to continue to look for it here as overtime. Both these teams want to settle in, but an early goal could be huge for either one of them. As a shot from Xenix not going to go through Rockerman. And Godfathers, they're looking pretty comfortable already, and Venganza on the back foot with not a lot of boost to work with.
Yeah, not a lot of boost. The shots are being peppered on net here. You see a total of 0 boost for the entire team right now. And they're still going to get a shot.
My God!
It's going to go in the back of the net. How do they do it? A 0 boost goal as its own goal, and Venganza tie the series up.
Xenix, my man, would have been one of the best shots of your life if it was on the other net. But that one has to hurt. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, Venganza, you know, they'll take that one. They were on the back foot all overtime, it felt like. I mean, it was a fast one, but it was Godfather stealing boost, getting demos. Like they were had all the pressure and one clear. All it takes. And Rocket League is a game of seconds where like things can flip around in the blink of an eye. And I didn't expect Venganza to win like that.
No.
Godfathers, they're probably still reeling a little bit from it, but hey, we're on to game 3. It's tied 1-1. These teams, they are neck and neck.
Yeah, they really are, and that was a crazy way to end that one because at the time of that goal, all 3 of Venganza members, they had 0 boost, and it just somehow goes in. You take, like you said, you take what you can get here, and yeah, I was not expecting it to end in that way either. And if you're the Godfathers here, you got to find a way to regroup, put that one out of your mind. They've done it many times throughout the season and in the playoffs as well, so I have no doubt that they're going to be able to persevere and come back in game 3, but will they be able to come back enough to find the win? That is the big question here because Venganza, they are a very solid team here, and it's not easy. It's not easy to find multiple wins in the Titan League this season, Flip, with how great these teams have all been.
Back-to-back wins are even harder, Rocker Man, and so seeing if Venganza they can get back-to-back game wins here to take a 2-1 lead. Taking a 2-1 lead for either one of these teams would be huge, as Godfathers are looking to take a lead in this game early. But Rockman, I really don't know what to predict anymore. These teams, they've shown some flashes of brilliance. Then Xenix had a moment as well. That did happen.
He did.
Yeah, but
it happens.
Man, you never know what's gonna happen here in the Titan League. We say that about Novice, but man, Titan. You just don't expect it. Like you expect great gameplay, and then something pops up out of nowhere, and it's gonna be great. But Rockiers is gonna leave that one for Brandon, and Venganza gonna try to get us started here. But both these teams, Rockman, they're not known. I swear they used to be known for their shooting and their goal scoring, but so far it's been all defense.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's been like defensive masterclasses. Rockiers gonna pick up another save, and it's been low scoring games. 1-goal games in the first 2 here, and looks like these guys are being very methodical. And I think that goes to show a lot of respect for both these 2 teams. They know how great every player in this lobby is. Quite a few multi-time all-stars in the lobby, so you got star-studded matchup for sure. And both these teams know that 1 goal, 1 mistake could lead to you losing the game. I think they're both being very smart about their plays. This one attempt coming off the ceiling, Rockiers trying to find it down, but instead it's going to be Godfathers clearing it away now off the corner. Looking for a double tap, can't find it. Big shot towards the net, not going to go. Just a little bit wide. Godfathers almost had an opportunity there. Here comes Logan trying to find another touch. It's high off the backboard. Venganza again. It's a panic, and Godfathers just going to let him and hold that midfield line. There is Zen. Firing that one in, not quite going to be on target though. And this one dropped down, a great pass, going to come through. Zen sends it in, and that's what the Godfathers do best.
Yeah, Zen's shot not on target, but the play's not finished there. He takes the boost, he turns back around and waits for the pass, and it's just, it feels like an outpacing almost of Venganza, like by Godfathers on Venganza right there. It just feels like it was a little quicker to the boost, a little quicker to the ball. It's milliseconds sometimes. It's just enough though here to give a lead here to the Godfathers. However, Venganza, not a team to give up that easily, Rockerman, and Tshega, Rockiers, and Brandon, they're very resilient as their offense has already gotten started, and Rockiers try to pull off an insane shot there. Not going to come through, but already Venganza on the attack.
Yeah, Venganza on the attack, looking to strike once more. Rockiers off the ceiling, looking to find a touch. He's dropping it down. Xenix has to make that one. He does. Able to get off the side. Tough read. Brandon can't quite make contact. Is this one sent back? Rockiers, no boost to work with. He's still going to find the touch. Able to get it away as Godfathers putting the pressure on. Brandon finds the touch to Tshega to help him out here. But the ball only Xenix says he's going to be wiped away right there. But that one almost going to find its way in, but not quite. It's the Godfathers again pressing that attack. Venganza playing patient. Brandon looking out for Tshega. Zen is already up, trying to go after his former teammate there. That one not going to happen. This one drop back down to Tshega, looking to send it over, looking to maybe send it on, but Logan going to get back just in time to push that one away. The ball bent around, dropped in, and again, Flip, I mean, these 2 teams are just, we mentioned, I didn't really expect this. Like, if you told me it was going to be a high defensive showcase, like, I would not have expected that one bit between these 2 teams.
There's been 5 goals scored so far. There's been 6 goals scored so far. The Godfathers have the majority of them. But 6 goals in 3 games, not what you would expect out of these teams. But a really good shot there from Logan. Bar down. 3 defenders in net. He doesn't care. Taking a 2-0 lead here, Rocker Man. And finally, a lead more than one has happened here in this series. Venganza, you know, they haven't been able to score a whole lot, so it's going to be tough for them to come back from this.
Yeah, with how this series has been going, this might be the dagger already here. You hate to say it like that, but wait a minute. Oh my goodness, Tshega trying to drop it down there. But yeah, with how low scoring and defensive this battle has been, it seems like every goal just matters that much more. Makes that second one from Godfathers all the more crucial. This one popped up. Zen looking to stay with him. That one sent off the backward. Xenix trying to find this read, and he does. Gonna get over the top of Rockiers. As time ticking now here in game number 3, Venganza looking to battle back. The Godfathers have a pretty solid hold here. They go up 2-1 in the series. Brandon looking to send it out, gonna push it wide, sending it down. Rockiers trying to get to a big 50, comes through to Tshega, trying to find that one. A good demo comes. Is this one? Then he popped over the defense. It's just Logan back. Brandon looking for something there. Just gonna put it a little bit off target as Logan is gonna be blocked up again. Trying to drop this one down. Not gonna find the touch though. Tshega wanted that one back. As now the Godfathers looking to counterattack, looking to hold onto their lead. Flip reset coming through. Is Brandon gonna be forced to make a last-ditch save effort? And Venganza, the time is taken. They need to score time on the clock, and they might have just found it here. As Tshega is gonna take it by the entire defense and put it in.
The fake call one that flicked past the other two to Tshega, showing them how it's done. But a really well played, sequence there from Venganza as a whole. And now, with 30 seconds left, 27 seconds left, they have an opportunity to tie this game up, but it will not be easy against this Godfather's defense.
The Godfather's defense so rock solid here in the first couple games. Now Venganza gonna have to try to take this one down. Brandon gonna push it over the top of the defense. Final 15 seconds. Rockiers off the corner. Opportunity. Here comes Tshega. Bang! He puts it in and ties it up.
Tshega will not be denied. Rockiers with a great pass, but Tshega finding the shot. Zin had him pre-jumped. He doesn't care. Tshega forcing that ball through, and with 11 seconds left, Rocker Man, it looks like overtime, but I don't want to call that quite yet.
You never know with how this series has been. We got 0-second goals already. Venganza roaring back from that 2-goal deficit, trying to find something, but Logan gonna deny that one away. As the ball's popped up, Tshega gonna deny this one. Ball still up, gonna touch the corner. It's rolling in the Godfather's end, and it's gonna touch the ground. Flip, and we got overtime again here. We got 0-second and 2 overtime games here in this series so far, and now we're gonna see who's gonna come out on top of this one.
If that doesn't tell you just how close these teams are, I don't know what does. Brandon making a nail-biting save there. Tshega leaving that ball for Rockiers. These teams trying to find any way through that they can. As Rockiers and Tshega double commit here, could be an opportunity. But Brandon all the way back, trying to get that ball cleared. And Godfathers, last time we saw the overtime, had a very unfortunate event happen that definitely they would want back. And so they're trying to avoid that once again, but a long clear once again from Tshega. Now he's going to look for Brandon. The shot comes through. What a save by Xenix, making up for last time. And Rockerman, now we have very intense overtime. You know, we got the kickoff goals they're out of the possibility. The teams have finally settled into the groove. This one might go on for a while with these two teams. Because the defense, it's still holding strong. It's 2-2 now, but these two teams, nobody wants to lose in overtime.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose in overtime, and I thought for a second Zen was about to fall on that last ball on the last Venganza opportunity. Thankfully he didn't, and we didn't see a repeat of game number 2. As now, in overtime here, Godfather's going to send this one down out in the midfield. Zen looking to just fire this one. Rocky here has got to make a save, and he does. Able to get back to it, looking to try to find another touch. It's Tshega gonna take control, gonna get over the top of one, kind of, as Brandon just sends it out the backboard, gonna find that double, able to keep the possession for just a moment. Logan gonna pick up that mid boost. Xenix trying to get up to it, not a lot of boost to his name, but he's still gonna find it. This touch, great, dropping down. Tshega has to make the touch, and he does. Able to get away to the corner. This one fired in, Rocky ears. 50 gonna come through, Rocky taking control. Little flick there and a big dunk. Is it gonna go all the way? Oh my goodness, Rocky ears on his head.
It wasn't just the first 50 that he absolutely dunked, but the second one as well, and Xenix did not expect that to come through. Rockiers just a little bit bigger, hit the gym, and Venganza, after being down 2-0, Rocker Man, showing a lot of resilience here. Their defense held strong, didn't give up any goals when they knew they couldn't. But most importantly, the comeback. That is kind of just a statement win. Godfathers, they were up 2-0. First time we've seen a 2-0 lead, and Venganza snatched it away from them, winning Game 3 here 3-2.
Yeah, it was crazy. I believe it was like the final 40 seconds or so flip that it came down to as well. It looked like the Godfathers, or maybe it was a little bit longer than that, but it seemed like they just came back at the very end and just snatched it right out of Godfather's hands there. And, Godfathers are, another one maybe they're going to want back here. And Venganza, there's something about this organization. I don't know what kind of voodoo LK's been cooking up over there, but somehow the Victory Org just finds a way to win.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't sign with you. My bad. I've learned my lesson, bro. Like,
next time.
This is next time, please. Next time, please. Victory Org. It's called that for a reason. And Venganza looking to bring home another victory. Go up 3-1 in the series would be huge. Tying up this series equally as massive for this Godfather squad. And the curse of Sandsbar. It might be rearing its ugly head. If this game does not go in favor of Godfathers, obviously we saw a reverse sweep, but that does not mean it's easy to do. And a 3-1 is just as difficult. So we will have to see. This game here could be the biggest difference maker in this series. But so far, Rocker Man, both these teams once again off to a slow start, trying to get the defense rolling. Nobody giving up a free easy goal yet.
Yeah, no, they're not, and that one almost got pushed through. But yeah, no, the Sloth Syndicate looking for their first championship as an org, the only org that doesn't have a championship in Nemesis. And the Godfathers, this team made the grand finals back in season 8, lost to Phoenix. That was the only other time the Sloth Syndicate has had a grand finals team. So these Godfathers, there's a lot of pressure. It's not just a normal pressure. I don't know how much these players think of it. Was this one almost going to be a shot on net? I don't know how much these players think of it, especially in the Titan League, about the pressure of an org as a whole. But if you know about it, it's something you have to think about in the back of your mind, even if you don't want to have that pressure on you.
I'd like to say they don't think about it, but there's always that thinking of, man, I want to get Sands a chip. Man, I want to get my org a chip. There's always that thought. But right now, they got to focus on the game ahead of them, Rocker Man. Being down 2-1, definitely not the position you want to be in, especially after being up in those games. They've found a couple opportunities here, but so far, Venganza has held strong. Now, both these teams, with about 2 minutes separated, Brandon's going to find the first goal here with a great touch from the pass from Tshega. A great pass there from Tshega, but a great touch here from Brandon, giving them a 1-0 lead.
And the Godfathers just double committing too far up there. I'm not sure who the third man was on that one, but he got beat out there on the challenge, and Brandon just took a leisurely stroll through the air into the back of the net. And when you give Brandon goals like that, I mean, hey, he's not gonna miss any of those as he finds that one in the back of the net. And big goal, big stomp there on Tshega. Gonna actually keep the Godfathers on the offensive pressure. Shot opportunity. Xenix trying to drop it down, but Logan not quite anywhere to be found there. Is this one gonna go underneath? A big flip reset. The net is open. Oh my goodness. Rockiers.
Oh my goodness. This kid is disgusting. That is nasty. A great fake on the flip resets. And then the flip reset to get over the last defender. Rocker Man, that is, the higher level you go, there's a lot more mind games, and just the little positioning of your car, can make all the difference. They couldn't see Rockiers' car, so they didn't whenever that happened, and so it's like you don't know if he got the flip reset, what's he doing afterwards. There's just so many little things that go into that play, and it's just such a good look, especially from an outside view. And now Godfathers, they're on the back heel. But, hey, 2-0 lead, it ain't safe in this series, so Godfathers, they got to turn on the offense and see if they can catch back up. But Venganza can do it. I don't see why the Godfathers can't.
Yeah, I know the Godfathers, they have mastered some comebacks. They were down 2-0 in that Pinnacle series in that semifinals, able to win that one out. So they know about battling back, but they might have to battle back for more as Rockiers. He was hunting. He wanted another double, but couldn't quite find it as Godfathers awake. And again, giving away the possession right there to Venganza, trying to steal some boost there. Xenix He's going to get it. This one floating down to Tshega. He's going to make the touch as Godfathers once again maybe a little bit overcommit. Zen, he's trying to buy his team some time, but this ball is still floating. Logan have to get back and bail him out as once again the time now ticking. Zen looking to find it off the backboard. Rockiers can't find the touch. Dangerous ball. Little pass in the midfield. Logan almost puts it in, but Brandon on the goal line saves it away, and that was the best chance yet for the Godfathers, but still Flip, the Venganza defense stands tall.
This Venganza defense, they have somehow managed to keep a lot of these balls out of the net where I thought for sure they'd be goals. However, this Godfathers team has not given up quite yet. Brandon dodged the bump of not just the first demoer, but Zenix is going for it as well, still able to make the save. Zen not able to get it past Rockiers. He's just too big. Zenix now trying to make the play towards the midfield pass, but Logan's just not there, and Brandon on the counterattack is so dangerous. A great flick, but this Venganza team, the defense is just too good right now, and a 2-0 lead is looking more and more unovercomable. I don't know any better way to say it. They just look just absolutely on top of this Titan league, and right now, Rockerman, I just don't see a way for the Godfathers to break through. Every path right now has been slammed shut by Brandon, Rockiers into Tshega, and with 25 seconds left, they need a miracle.
Yeah, they need a miracle here. This one sent down an opportunity, 4-1 right there for Brandon. Again, a big save. And it's that defense, again, like you mentioned, just denying these opportunities. And unless they can somehow find one in with a second remaining, which doesn't look like they're going to be able to with this ball in their corner, as this one pops up, and it's going to do it here. Venganza, they're going to go up 3-1 now, Flip, into this series, and they are one win away from going back-to-back in the Titan League.
Timeout called by the Godfathers. Venganza gotta be feeling pretty good. However, you can't count this team out. I will say Godfathers, definitely their worst performance yet, but it's not like they didn't have opportunities, Rockerman. I mean, that's 8 saves, and a lot of those are epic saves coming out from Venganza. I will say, though, it feels like it's a different play style between these two teams. I don't know if you've noticed it. It's a lot of solo plays into maybe a pass out of Venganza, but for Godfathers, it's fast, long clear to a teammate downfield, trying to steal a boost, trying to continue that kind of pressure. But for Venganza, it's, hey, let me take my time, let me go for a solo play, maybe find a teammate. Venganza seems a little bit more controlled. Godfathers seem a little bit, they have highs and lows. It just seems like Venganza's playstyle is just a little bit more consistent, and I feel like it's helped them kind of stay in games and stay, stay relatively close to the Godfathers, and whenever they have a lead, be able to maintain that.
Yeah, definitely so here as the timeout was called here. It looks like we're waiting on one person here. I don't know if they know about the timeout, but looks like they're missing one, and they're actually saying they're all good. So they used the timeout, just waste it out, and now it looks like we're waiting for one player to head back in the lobby. So an interesting strategy: call the timeout and then immediately say, "Never mind, Flip. We want to get going." That's a bold strategy.
Hey, you know what? It's a timeout out of pure intimidation. T-Man, maybe he should have tried that tactic. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah, it's an interesting tactic for sure. But, hey, we'll see how it works out. What do they have to lose at this point? Down 3-1. If LeBron can do it, so can Logan. It'll be an interesting one to see, though.
I love the comparison right there, and well, we'll have to see if you can channel it into LeBron. Is this what's sent towards the net? Not going to be able to be put on target quite yet as it's saved away. And Venganza, one win away from this championship, trying to close it out here. And Flip, to be honest, what we've seen from this Godfathers team, I feel like they're just a little bit out of rotation. I don't know if you agree. It just seems like something is off from what we saw earlier on in the playoffs.
I agree. It feels like just a little misstep. Like I said, a couple seconds is all it takes. One bad touch is all it takes. Zen, the touch should have been to the corner. Rockiers are going to make you pay for that one every time. And it just feels like little things are just barely off Rockerman, but that's all it takes here in the Titan League, especially against, 2 of the top, salary players in the whole league. They're going to make you pay.
Yeah, they really are. And They've done it again right there, and Venganza going to take the lead here, looking for another championship to their resume, and they can hold on the final 4 minutes. They'll be able to do so. The Godfathers got to find some way to bring it back. This ball a little bit dangerous, Zen forced to jump up there. Trying to get some boost. This one shot just a little bit wide, almost found its way through. Not quite going to happen. It's blocked out in the corner. Missed touch comes through. Tshega gonna bump Xenix. Xenix, not a lot of boost, just floating in front of this ball, trying to play 50. Here comes Brandon now. The 50 again comes through. It's popping out of the midfield. Tshega, excellent patience by him, but still good 50. They're gonna come through to get it back in. The Godfathers gotta find something. Gotta find these passing plays. Gotta find that dunk, but Brandon was right behind it. Let's block it away. This one push out the backboard. Tshega trying to get to a nice read, able to get it all the way down and deny it away. Again, flip. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Godfathers, they got to find a way to get offense here as they're trying to find something here, looking for a bump. Oh, they're trying to find
no.
it. He saves it anyways. How did he do that? Brandon, the block.
Oh my goodness, that one is devastating if you are the Godfathers, but they still have plenty of opportunities, but it feels like their opportunities get fewer and fewer as the games progress. Now, if you're the Godfathers, you gotta shake that one off, try to find another way through, but this Brandon brick wall is just so hard to get by. 5 saves last game, an incredible save right there. Now he's trying to do it on the offensive end. Logan able to get the long cleared though, and you know, Rocketman, I've seen Godfathers, you know, pull up some great performances so far these playoffs. They're gonna have to pull another one out just in this game alone if they want to win this one. Venganza is just on fire right now.
Yeah, they are, and it's crazy to see the Brandon defensive wall. A lot of players think of him as one of the more mechanical players, one of the more solid rotational players in Titan. Why he's been great for so many seasons. This is why he's won, I believe, 6 All-Star selections here. He's a great player, and oh my goodness, he can't save that one. Logan is gonna find the pinch, and the Godfathers are on the board.
Lady Luck smiles down on Logan today. Not a great challenge there from Rockiers, to be fair, but you know, hitting off of Logan, hitting the crossbar and bouncing down, definitely not a regular goal you see in everyday gameplay. But you know, Rockiers just got out of position, didn't expect that one. No, sorry, Brandon didn't expect that one. So now a little bit of life here for the Godfathers as Logan now looking for another opportunity, but he goes for the flip resets, double touch off the backboard. That's not going to come through. No shot going to come through once again. And Rockerman, Godfathers, they had the momentum, but it could get stolen away so quickly. Brandon looking for that chance right there off the crossbar. This man, he's just going crazy so far this series.
He really is, and the big goal by the Godfathers to find something to get some momentum going back their way. But right now, the pressure is on because if Venganza can find one more goal, the Godfathers, their season will be over. Gotta try to find something here. This ball can be popped up. Logan looking to take it up high, finding the flip reset. Not a lot of boost. Xenix just gonna push it towards the net, forcing 2 defenders to commit. This one off the backboard, floating across. Brandon gonna take control, gonna get it by 1, but Tshega right on top of that one. The rotations very solid from Venganza right now. Zen, they're a long way. Rockiers taking control. Gonna try to get it by Zen. Gonna get it by him. Looking to take it up here. Gonna find the flip reset. Trying to find the other touch. Not gonna find it. And that one opportunity. Xenix sent it in. Zen took a little bit of a while to turn as this one sent back and flip. A minute remaining here. And it's one goal that could decide here a champion or head into Forbidden Temple.
Forbidden Temple, definitely where you know, history can be made, but they gotta get there first. Venganza not gonna make it easy for him, but that shot could just do it to Tshega. Able to get the save in. I've seen this scene before. Venganza, not a lot of boost, still holding on for dear life on their goal line as Godfathers pound their nets. Brandon able to get the long clear though. Relieve a little bit of pressure here, and with 22 seconds left, I feel like we might see a hero from Venganza here, but not gonna happen just quite yet. And overtime once again would be absolutely crazy. That'd be the 3rd in 5 games. We might not get it though. It's gonna be Brandon getting that goal with the pass from Rockiers.
Brandon, the man, he hasn't been in the grand finals, but he wants a chip right now. He sends it in with only 7 seconds remaining. And now the Godfathers, their hopes and dreams are on life support as they're going to need a miracle. On the kickoff, the ball is going to go up. Xenix erased from existence as the ball is still up here. Last chance. Can they get it around? Can they get it in? They cannot. And Venganza, How do they keep doing this? They are your champions of season 11.
I'm inspired. Uh, I,
Wow.
look, I'm not here to give any biases for like MVP, finals, whatever it is. But that man Brandon put on a performance of a lifetime. I ain't gonna lie. That man said, "Hey, I've never made the grand finals before, but if you let me get there, you're gonna regret it." As that man, dude, offensively, defensively, in the control on the ball, he was just otherworldly. This series, it felt like, could not be stopped. But also, shout out to Tshega and Rockiers. Both played incredible as well. And hey, Rockman, this Titan League, it's been insane. But in the semifinal, I casted both those games, and whenever I saw Venganza play, I said, "Hey, whoever wins this Venganza versus I believe it was Inferno
Inferno,
series, yeah." I said, "Whoever wins that's winning the chip." And man, those teams they were a different level. This Godfather team was really good, just not their day to day. The cards just not in their favor. But Rocker Man, it's been a crazy season 11 and a crazy end here to season 11 of Titan specifically because
yeah.
those games 4-1, sure, three over or sorry, two overtimes and a 0 second goal,
Yeah.
a goal with 7 seconds left.
It was
The
close.
series was a lot closer than the score indicates.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. Godfathers, they really gave it. They were all in that series. Like you said, it just wasn't their day this time. But they gave it a great run there to get back to the grand finals. Unfortunately for Sandsbar and the Sloth Syndicate, gonna have to wait till next season for season 12. But for the Victory Org, like we mentioned, they're named that for a reason. They just find a way to win. There's something in the air over there. And Venganza, back-to-back champions as well. Brandon gonna get his first chip as well, which is always exciting to see. A couple long time Nemesis players getting some chips this season. We saw Brindy, Is a Chad, Mirrorly, Brandon, a lot of great people getting some chips this season. So big congratulations to them on that. And once again, thank you everyone for tuning in here. I gotta transition us over quickly to our subscriber screen to give a big shout out to all of our Nemesis Premium members who have supported us in the Discord here, especially our Challenger Plus subscribers at Flame Intruder, Jax, Wiggle, Aiko, Cow, and Street Soul. Thank you guys very much for supporting us in this season. It means a lot to have support from you guys throughout the season, especially monetarily, and everyone else who supported us on the stream monetarily or just watching. It means a lot. But Flip, it's been real. It's been a crazy season. The full reset gave us absolute chaos. Only one seed made it to the grand finals, which was insane. Upsets galore, game 7 galore, reverse sweep in game 7. It was a crazy season. The full reset definitely led up to or kept up with the hype there for sure. And it's a great season for sure. I got to give some more shout outs as we always do to end off the season. Big shout out to all the staff in Nemesis, especially the management team, Cozy Boy, DJD, Mallow, Mealy, Ruth, Dr. Shadow, everyone who supported us, as well as all our team leads and mods. Too many people to name, really. All of our streamers and casters as well. We've got a great bunch of people helping out Nemesis. Everyone volunteering their time and efforts to help out the league. It's always greatly appreciated. I love to see how things have changed in 11 seasons. We're coming up on this will be our 5th-year anniversary here in a couple months. So 5 years of Nemesis League play coming up in March. So it's crazy. You don't think about getting to 5 years when you first started something out like this. You have visions, you have dreams, but 5 years, it's been a lot of fun, a great ride, and once again, we appreciate all of you guys tuning in, supporting Nemesis, and making it what it is. It's the community that really drives everything. So once again, thank you all. And Flip, any final words from you before we send it off for the night?
Man, you can't be thanking everybody without a little appreciation for the director himself. Rockman, thank you. Great season of Nemesis. Obviously the reset required a lot more work. It required a lot of changes, but hey, you put in the work, you put in the time, and obviously shout out to all the management members, like you said. But you put in, it's always that one extra step, and we can all see that and appreciate that. So thank you for that and your efforts. But yeah, honestly, thanks for having me, man. It's been a blast. It's always a fun time here in Nemesis, and so I'm just glad, we ended the season with some absolute bangers. And GG's to everybody out there. And LK, sign me to York next season. That's all.
That's all he's gonna say. Well, folks, that is gonna wrap it up from us here for season 11. It's in the books. Congratulations to all our champions, and thank you all once again for supporting. But it's gonna wrap it up here. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Doses.